Spoilers and offensive content to come.
Hardest stage in Mega Man 3. Go.
Mega Man 2.
3. 3 is way harder than 2.
Well, the hardest one's actually Mega Man 1. But
1's only hard because it's badly made. Other than a few sections, it's pretty livable. And 2's not that tough. 3. 3 is bonkers.
You'll have to remind me of some of the bosses. I don't remember.
That was Shadow Man, Snake Man, not Elect Man, Spark Man, and also those were the stages where 4 of the stages you had to go back into to fight the Mega Man 2 refights.
Oh.
Needle Man's refight stage is particularly brutal.
Yeah, I don't remember. I just don't.
Play Mega Man 3 when you have the time. You'll see it was way harder than 2.
Anyway, on to new anime.
Yes, this is our review of Recreators. Is
Yes.
that right? We should probably tell people we are Carlos Dave Anime Review, the best anime review show on the internet. We're going to be watching episode 1 of a new show called Recreators, a show that both of us apparently saw fit to put on our list of shit we wanted to see.
Based off the stuff we read on AniChart.
I still think you're making up the ones I recommended.
No!
To me, this sounds like I didn't approve of these. And
No.
You kind of just going renegade.
Look, I only overwrote you on everything.
That's what I thought.
Actually, I only overwrote you on one.
Which one?
It's on the list.
Which
Don't
one?
remember.
Does it have a semicolon in the title?
No.
If it has a semicolon in the title, God help me, Dave. God help you, rather.
Nah, I like the God help you. Anyway, let's jump on in and see if this is a good start or a very bad start to the ones we weren't guaranteed to be good. Like My Hero Academia.
I have no idea what that sentence is, but I think I get the gist of it.
Is this where the Tony the Evil sequel comes from?
You know, when you told me that shit got a second season, I think old wounds, physical wounds, reopened.
Does it hurt you when I say it deserved one?
Well, I'll hurt you for saying that.
Look, I know you didn't get past minute 6 of the second episode, and that was only because you didn't believe me from what I was typing to you when I was watching.
When you told me who Tanya really was, I typed, and I hit each key really hard. I was like, what? We were communicating online. And I stared at my computer, and then I had to take like a soul-searching shower, just letting the water wash over me, because I could not believe that is what it is, and that there are people defending it. That would be the weirdest thing in the world, to be like, I'm a character in a show you watch? Pardon? It's like that one Justice League Unlimited episode. Though I get this very silly feeling that two-parter is going to be better than this.
I'm liking the concept. Its execution so far hasn't been good.
運転できるんですか？多分ね。フォーゲルシュバリエに比べたらシンプルな操作系だし。多分
Number 1 on the list of things I don't want to hear when I ask someone who is driving a car if they can drive a car is, and I quote, probably?
Granted, but she does have a point.
True, the car is probably less complicated than the Escaflowne she was piloting, but probably way less dramatic, too. Melodramatic, that wasn't a compliment. Fuck Escaflowne.
Ford. When you want to dodge swords,
Dave, you could never dodge a sword barrage in a shitty Ford, let's be real.
Okay, fine. Toyota.
I don't know if you could do it in a Toyota either.
Look, if they all of a sudden put up a logo and said it was Dodge and it was a car commercial, would it surprise you?
In the middle of this show, yes. But otherwise, no.
Could be a sponsor message.
In the middle of an action scene?
Was there a need to fly that 2 feet?
Yeah, I was gonna say something, and then I'm like, Carlos, you don't gotta nitpick everything.
No, dude, this is what our listeners actually look for sometimes. Like,
Does she really need to do that overly dramatic side dash?
2-foot jump that she could have just jumped instead.
Celestia, don't you think that's a slight abuse of your physical abilities and magic power? To just do a little side hop for no reason while holding whatever the main guy, boring-ass guy's name is.
I think that's the biggest problem here, is our main character sucks.
Yeah, the whole thing I'm thinking while watching the show is that anime she's from.
Yeah.
I kind of want to watch that.
Yeah, exactly. like, at least choose somebody interesting instead of a otaku...
Another otaku.
Another otaku. Yeah. Okay, when Drone starts to be able to do this, I'm out. I'm finding a cave somewhere in the middle of nowhere with internet, and I'm good.
Dave, I'm pretty sure that caves with internet are one of the prime targets for drones.
Damn it! I'll put up a sign outside, not a terrorist.
Yeah, that'll fool it.
Or I could just put up a Union Jack.
A Union Jack. Like the flag of Great Britain?
Yep.
Okay. Sure. Well, that was episode 1 of Recreators. Kind of wish I could have recreated this show into something that wasn't it. Music was great.
Music is awesome.
Visuals were great. Voice acting's great. Why isn't it that anime? Or maybe it starts in the setting of that anime that Celestia came from, and it's about jumping between weird, different, disparate worlds.
Like,
that would be cool. Instead, it's some otaku fucknugget story about other worlds coming to him. Sorry, please go on.
Okay. Yes, it has problems.
Granted, issues. Some notes.
But if some other shows recently have proven anything to me is that, like, this show has promise.
Does it now? Could you show me the promise?
Come on!
Have I become a cynic? Folks, if I've become a cynic in my old age, please let me know.
Yes. No, I actually think we should give the second episode a try. Not today, but I think this show might actually go somewhere.
Dave?
Yeah?
I will watch the second episode of Recreators.
Okay.
With extraordinary reservation.
Hey, that's I'm saying it has promise.
And immense doubt. Here's the thing. This didn't suck. What sucked is what it could have been. I don't even know the main guy's name and I hate him already. Like,
well, I don't. The slate they've given us for him is he's interested in drawing, he's interested in anime, and he is obviously part of a family that finds studying to be the most important thing. That's all we actually fucking know about this kid, and that is the problem. That leaves us to just automatically assume that he is, as you put, an otaku fucknugget.
Even if they were going to do a show about fictional worlds crossing over with reality, and obviously what the villain was saying, and I liked the villain. I don't think they ever dropped her name, but the villain was cool. She was cool as shit. And we are grossly lacking in awesome women villains in fiction, period. So, no, she was cool. I actually really dug her. I hope we get to see a lot more of her. But she was talking about how this is the world of the gods. So, obviously, we have a cool world situation where people have created this fiction, but it's resulted in fictional worlds actually existing, and they're crossing over with the real world. That's the idea. We see, like, I'm Cool World was my first example, but obviously Cool World's kind of bleh. A better example, and something that's way better, is Fables.
Yes.
The comic Fables.
Yes.
And how, these other worlds coming to the real world. So, in a way, that kind of devil's advocate what I'm saying, doesn't it? Because we have proof of concept that this could work. My only issue is that the anime world Celestia comes from seems like it could be so much more interesting. And honestly, from what little we've seen of Celestia as a character, she is way more interesting than boring anime man.
And that's just it. If in a second episode they don't make him actually interesting, this whole show falls flat.
I just hate that he's the protagonist. Like, it had to be him. They couldn't have just been Princess Celestia from the other world coming to this one and trying to figure shit out. It had to be this guy who was our main character. And he just had to be a high school anime loving dude. It couldn't have been a girl. It couldn't have been a woman. It couldn't have been a woman who bonds with Celestia and we get that kind of happening. That would have been at least a different take on the Escaflowne formula, because I could have gotten some Yuris out of that. 2, it would have been neat to see the relationship between two such characters. And D, it's not another otaku kid. This guy reminds me of the guy from Handshakers, the guy from Brunhilde in the Darkness, the guy from Elfen Lied, every generic-ass anime high school dude who I just don't care about. He does not remind me of the good anime high school dudes who I do care about, like fucking Deku from My Hero Academia, or,
And you know
my
why?
god, what other cool anime dudes are there?
There have been others, but
Simone from Gurren Lagann.
But look, that's the problem here. Even if this kid has the most interesting backstory ever, we got nothing of it.
They could fix this real quick. Kill him in the second episode.
They could.
Could do to him what they should have done to Tuxedo Mask in Sailor Moon Crystal, and just murder this boring dweeb. He's a fucking dweeb, Dave. It's the perfect word. He's a dweeb.
Look, all I'm saying is he is right now our biggest problem.
So why is the silver-haired character who appeared at the end and started like eating chips and talking about like dysphoria and shit, why is that character so fucking cool? That character's way cooler than the main guy as well.
I know.
Oh my god.
I've never heard of this studio, so this may be a new studio's first work.
Watch it be something we've seen a million times before. Folks, if there's something we've seen a million times before, please call out Dave in the comments.
But, yeah, like, you don't actually need a main character from the real world when you're doing this sort of setting.
Could have just been Celestia. Celestia's fighting cool magic girl. They get teleported to another world. Maybe this human character is the first person Celestia, a better protagonist, encounters, and that she learns she's from this other world, and then it's her adventure into discovering the connection. Because it's fascinating to think of what if fictional worlds were real, humans were creating them, what if this could be weaponized, used in a war, affect the real world. It's a neat concept, just not from this guy's perspective.
You know what we needed here? Yuki from Shigano Shana.
Even he's boring. Shana's way more interesting than he is.
He started boring, started getting more interesting, and stole the show in season 2 and 3.
Sure, fine. I didn't see those 2 seasons.
I know.
But I mean, I have to take your word on it because Shana is way more interesting than he is.
She is, but what I'm saying...
Her journey is believable and awesome. Mm-hmm. And the highlight of a show that started kind of bleh.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is, much like Yuki in that show, I'm hoping they pull up really quick and make this kid interesting, because otherwise it's going to suck. To me, it already sucks. The fact that he's our lead is just, he's not even cool. He's not even cool. Honestly, you need a character if you're going to have a dude in this role, and you're insisting it has to be, you need someone like fucking Bakugo or something, who's just this yelling hothead who's sick of the fact that this is all happening. If that character is like, fuck me, more Escaflowne heroes showing up in my life, why don't you people leave me alone? That would be hilarious. Yes, it would be.
The show made me mad, but I will give it that second episode next time.
Okay.
Recreators, episode 1. What do you think, folks? Tell us in the comments, and make sure you visit our site, animerave.xyz, where we are Carlos and Dave Animator, the best anime review show on the internet. And I just realized I didn't ask you if you had any other thoughts before going into the spiel.
All good.
Sweet!
Tune in next time.